This next song is, it's a story, right. I was saying this last night, the thing that there's a lot of things that anger me about certain situations on this beautiful globe, but more things make me extremely happy, so it outweighs the anger. But one of the things that really perturbs me is how we seem to have, as a society in the Western world, we seem to have moved away from our elders. We don't care for them the way we should, like we used to. We don't listen to them the way we should and the way we used to. And we have a saying in Ireland that when an elderly person dies, a library burns down. Because all that amazing knowledge has gone with them. And I think we have to very, very quickly shift back to giving a shit about our elders. Because the lessons that we're losing yearly, monthly, weekly, hourly is very vast and very detrimental. And so also what I like to do is I like to take people's stories that I've been told, stories that I've overheard. I was saying last night that I'm a professional, well actually I said I'm a professional earwigger. I meant eavesdropper. But then as I told the story yesterday, I do a lot of driving. Now, normally, when I'm outside of Canada, I don't do a lot of driving. I have a tour manager and they drive me over, but I love driving around Canada myself. I love that freedom of I'm going this way, and yeah, it'll be tight, but I go that way, whatever. But, so, you're driving along, and I was eating chips, as you do. I'm a healthy grown girl, I'm allowed. And so, as you do, we have a top shelf. Gentlemen, your shelf's a little lower. We have a top shelf, and the chip fall around this general area. And so I'm driving, and I'm not going to go, oh, because I'm driving. So I went, yeah, there it is. And I pushed it in my mouth. And then it proceeded to move. And then I went, and I'm like, sweet mother of God, what was that? And I went, and it was an earwig. But I'd already started, so.
Oh, she's gagging. Just thinking about it.
Mother of. Yes, so that actually happened to me. But anyway, we drove on. But this song was gathered after. It came out of BC. There was a chap I met. He was, I think, 93 when I met him. And he was telling me the story of when he was a younger man and he met his beautiful wife. And before he had met and married her, the story was she was only 15 when she came over on a boat. She was coming over from the wilds of Scotland. She was a Highland girl and she had the red hair and the green eyes and and she was going to live a life of servitude. She was going to be a maid in the house, and she didn't realise it was quite a strict Scottish community that she was going to. And they had elders, and not the good kind I was just talking about, the other kind, fire and brimstone kind, do you know them? I hope not. And these elders would come to the house where she worked, and would bang on the door, and get the lady of the house to come out. And they would say things like, listen, you have to get her to wear dresses, she's wearing pants all the time, ungodly. And other things like, and you have to get her to ride side saddle. And while you're at it, get her to use a saddle. She was just brilliant. And she used to go off into town by herself, and she used to go to the dances and everything. She'd drink pints, or whatever you call them here, because they're not pints. But he had seen her at a dance. This is what the story he told me. He had seen her at a dance. And he went over to her. I'd say he had a few Dutch courage himself. And he went over, pardon me, and he said, "You and me, we're going to start courting. We're going to get married." She said, "Really? Can you cook?" Now, that's not something you said to a man 30 years ago, let alone 75 or 80 years ago, you know. And so undeterred, he said, "Now listen, women get husbands, houses and children. They look after everything. Men go off to work, bring home money and get looked after." And she says, "Really?" "Well, if you want the conjugals," he said. And then he looked at me and he had the cheekiest little grin on his face, and he looked at me and he said, "So subsequently I became a wonderful cook and we had 9 children." The story he told me after that, and that's what this song is about. Unfortunately, he lost her when she was only 68, lost her to Alzheimer's, unfortunately. And it got to a stage where he couldn't look after her, you know. And so he had to put her in a home, but he would go and see her every day. And every time he would walk into the room, she would be up in the bed swaying, you know. And to ease his worried mind and his broken heart, he would think to himself, "She's remembering us dancing." As he said, we danced every chance we got. Out in the field, in the kitchen, you know, in the supermarket, didn't matter. And so I wrote them this song. It's called Their Waltz. Come take my hand, we'll move across this floor, we'll dance in time, right at the door. So keep with me the rhythm, the reason and the rhyme. Come on, keep with me, my love, for the rest of time, yeah. We'll walk forever through this world and on. They can't take our love, no. Though your memories have gone, I'll carry them for you. So sit by the window, photo in hand. It's the sound of your voice. You're calling